Hello and welcome to JSpecs picks for the week of February 1st, 2023. In this series, I got 3 spec picks that I think you guys might be interested in picking up. Stay tuned. My first recommendation for this week of February 1st, 2023 comes from Marvel, and it is The Bloodline, Daughter of Blade #1. The first solo series featuring Brielle, aka Bloodline, and it is the origin of Brielle. Brielle first appeared in a Free Comic Book Day issue, which came out last May, and this is her second appearance plus her origin. If I got to grade this issue, I would give this issue a C+. It had okay elements, the story was kind of boring. She wasn't really that great in this issue, but I think going on, she will be. So I would say recommend you start and read this series and pick up an issue number 2 if you're interested. My next recommendation comes from Marvel, and it is Silver Surfer Ghostlight #1, which is the first appearance of Ghostlight, formerly Al Harper, who was introduced and died in Silver Surfer #5, which came out in 1969. So, in a sense, this is a returning character, but yet a first appearance because it's like a reincarnated version of Al Harper. Now, I'm not really familiar with Al Harper because I did not read that Silver Surfer #5 issue, so for me, this issue was a little boring, and I really didn't care about the character too much. I don't think he has much potential going forward either, and I think he'll just be a one-off in this series. By the time the series is over, we may not see him again. My third recommendation comes from DC, and it is Lazarus Planet Legends Reborn #1, which is the first appearance and origin of Trilogy, the brother of Raven. Now, this series is a anthology series, so there was a couple of short stories in it, and Raven's story with his sister was a couple pages long. And he was like a cameo. He came at the end of the story. We don't really get much of him, but we probably will get him further on in the Teen Titans series going on. And this issue is very skippable. I don't recommend picking him up. We didn't really see much of Trilogy, so I'm going to give this issue like a C. So you can probably skip this one and wait for the brother to appear in a later DC Teen Titans issue. And as for an honorable mention of DC, we have The Flash 1 Minute War Special #1. And this has a origin and start of the villains of the Flash War. And I think it's an interesting pick to pick up if you are reading the 1 Minute War Special. And it gives you a little insight of how they came to be. It was not as good or strong as the Flash 1 Minute War, and you can skip it if you're not reading that, but I would give this one a B, and it's kind of worth picking up if you're interested in it. Out of all these this week, I'm recommending my #1 pick to be Blade, Daughter of Blade, Bloodline #1. And the reason why I think that she's going to be a cool character going forward. I think that she has MCU potential, and the fact that we haven't seen her and Blade team up yet, and that's in issue number 2, I think this is a good series to pick up. I'm going to grade this spec potential a 4 because I believe going forward we will see her show up in the MCU. Those are all of my spec picks of the week. Leave a comment down below if you guys agree or if you think there's something else worthy to be picking up, and I'll see you guys next week with some more spec comics of the week. Thanks.